What's my strategy? Careful now.
Well, here we are. Home sweet workshop. Look, I can explain. Once we get there, okay? Huge. That's certainly a word to describe it. Back then, my father had a ton of stuff crammed in here. Projects everywhere, half-finished gizmos, diagrams scribbled on every surface. He was brilliant. Could have used a better cleaning schedule, though. I want to take you somewhere. Come. Did I do enough? Here. This is my father, Ario of Ellen. He was a bit popular, and a tad controversial in the Tamrielic Academe. Artificial consciousness and all that. Big inventor. He made me. And I don't mean that in a standard baby-making sense. Are you ready to learn who... no, what I really am? There's something I need to show you. It's the only way you'll understand. Remember my Pellinal joke? There's truth to it. I'm a cumulative automaton. Think advanced, not Dwemer scrap metal. But there are differences. See? Does it look like I'm not? The fact that I'm not bleeding to death should say enough about what I am. We can talk more, but let me dress first. I know. It's crazy. I shouldn't even exist. My father never told me why he made me. He passed not too long after I was born. His protege. He knows how to keep me running, but not how all this started. There are hints in his notes about time magic, yet it's not enough. His name is Canas. You'll meet him soon enough. Got it in one? Exactly. Time magic. It's just the most logical explanation right now. Look at Pellinal Whitestrake. He shouldn't have existed in his own time, yet there he was. Like me. I've dug into the lore. Even the Dwemer, clever as they were, couldn't do something like that. There's more to this than meets the eye. That's a good point, assuming Akatosh even notices things like this. The gods can be unpredictable. For now, it doesn't seem like he noticed, or he approves of my existence, for reasons I can't fathom. It's complicated, and honestly a bit unsettling even for me. No mortal birth, no soul in the usual sense. But that doesn't make me some puppet. I can think, feel, and decide. You can question the way I got here, but not the person I am now. Well, aren't you smooth? And yes, sentient, or at least as close as Ario could get. Which, judging by you, means I'm doing pretty well. 26 years ago. Just a mere month after I was created. He sent me away on an errand. And when I got back, no warning, no last words, just an empty husk of a corpse, lying dead on the floor. I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I wanted to avenge him. But the assassin was nowhere to be found. And now it's all I think about. This scrap of paper. It's all I have left of that day. That ashen-haired girl at the scene. That was me. Just a ghost at her own father's murder. Some days, it's all I can imagine. But I won't give up. Not until I find out who did this, and why. Great. Now I'm malfunctioning and leaking fluids. This human experience is rather overrated, wouldn't you say? Your magical reserves are prodigious.
Yes?
Oh, what is it? Farewell. What now? Fortunately, my internal systems include a location beacon. Consider it a courtesy for less spatially aware companions. Give me your journal. You'll find a new entry, Ash Tracking Marker. Activate it and your map will display my current location. Simple, efficient. However, I trust you understand the importance of privacy. This is only for tactical coordination. I'd rather fight for my life than live it. Fall behind? My processing speed and agility far exceed yours. It's highly improbable I would be the one lagging. Efficiency dictates that we maintain proximity, minimizing the risk of unforeseen separations. Fortunately, my internal systems include a spatial relocation matrix. Essentially, a localized teleportation protocol. I can activate it remotely, allowing you to instantly teleport me to your side. This rune serves as the activation point. Simply touch it, and I'll be by your side in an instant. Indeed. However, I must caution you. Excessive use of this feature can result in system instability. Think of it like teleportation sickness, only for an automaton. It's unpleasant. I miss the flowers back home. I may look, feel, and act like one of you mortals, but at the end of the day, I'm not. Flesh and blood? No. Normal healing spells? Useless on me. That being said, I don't intend to be a deadweight in a fight. Give me a moment. This is what we call an ash plug. Think of it as a healing potion, except for automatons like me. And before you ask, no, I didn't name it. Canasted. Not exactly a poet when it comes to naming things, but hey, it sticks. Rolls off the tongue at least. If I take too many hits in combat, just activate it near me for a quick boost. And if I go down, you can use it to bring me back on my feet. They expire upon use, so I suggest keeping a few on hand. I usually carry some, but you can craft more at a forge. Here, the recipe's simple. Dwarven oil, a restoration potion, and an iron ingot. With those, I should be right as rain. Or whatever the equivalent is for someone like me. Remember, a smart mouth can't save you when your head is on the floor. Hey there, ready for adventure? Affirmative.
Just thinking about our next move. Any ideas?
Yes, what is it? Sure, which part? It's simple. While I'm powered by magicka, I don't know how to harness it. Well, other than making my sword swings with that extra oomph. My father never bothered to program efficient spellcasting into me, but he did give me the capacity to learn. Hence why I'd be a grateful student if you could teach me. Sure, what were they? Indeed. My creation involved Dwemer techniques intertwined with knowledge from elsewhere. Knowledge that would be considered unnatural by some. Blending in was the safest option. It has its drawbacks. Living a lie, even for survival, takes its toll. Sure, what were they? Of course. My skin is of Ellen Dwemer weave, enchanted leather and corundum, designed to replicate human skin while providing superior resilience. My muscles are made from transmuted ebony. It grants strength and flexibility beyond mortal limitations. Sure, what were they? My automaton nature negates the need for that. My energy source is motion. It's an ambient energy I harness to sustain myself. Consider it the lifeblood that keeps me functioning. While I don't derive nutritional benefit, I can still taste and appreciate the cultural aspects of food. Sharing meals and conversation, especially those campfire talks, they've been quite meaningful. Sure, what were they? My version of sleep is more akin to system maintenance. I enter a standby mode to clear my memory cache, ensuring optimal processing efficiency. No bed required, standing is sufficient. Though I do occasionally mimic human sleep patterns, for the experience. Forgive me. My internal vocabulary isn't always suited for common parlance. Let's just say I don't require sleep in the same way mortals do. I can function for extended periods without rest, but occasionally I need to clear my head, so to speak. It's like when a blacksmith banks the forge at the end of a long day. Not to extinguish the fire completely, but to let the coals smolder, ready to be rekindled when needed.
Oh, Ash, you've arrived.
Looks like I've been expected. I have a visitor. visitor. Mercenary client. The one I mentioned in my letters? And, well, let's just say they're helping me figure some things out.
Oh, what a pleasure, truly. Ash hasn't had much company since, well, please, excuse the mess.
Don't trouble yourself, Canas. We just wanted to say hello. Canas has been instrumental in keeping me up and running.
I see. Well then, welcome indeed. Ash, about your,
They know. I wouldn't have brought them here otherwise. Feel free to look around if you want. This was my home, where I started, and where everything went wrong. Besides combat and training, I do enjoy a good read every now and then. After all, knowledge is power. You know, sometimes I forget what it's like to have a friend. Thanks for reminding me. Until next time. Here's the workshop library. Strange what a scholar will collect. Lusty Argonian maid, really? Ah, and here, his time magic scrolls. Even when my father was still alive, he didn't consider keeping them in higher security. Probably because most people wouldn't even see the value in stealing it. They'd just see scribbles of a mad bard. Here's where Arya did all his research, and where Canas now does his. Enchantments, soul gem research, and at one time artificial consciousness. Do you want to explore a bit more, or are we good here? My humble beginnings. Imagine all that power and potential starting right here. Here's my bedroom. This is where I spent most of my time. Father always encouraged me to explore my interests. He believed a well-rounded mind was essential, even for an automaton. The workbench is where I tinker. Modify my gear, experiment with new designs. I find the process calming, a way to channel my energies. As for the weapon rack, I appreciate a well-crafted blade. Each one has its own personality. Its own balance, its own rhythm. Choosing the right weapon for the task is an art form, wouldn't you say? I also keep a lot of books. Knowledge is power, or so they say. The meditation mat is where I try to make sense of things, to understand these emotions that flicker within me. And on that desk, those are flowers that my father gave to me. He said they represented hope, renewal. He wanted me to experience the beauty of the world. Still trying to figure out what that means. Do you need something? Farewell. Craft your potions judiciously.
Duema audio recorder engaged. Frostfall 17, 4E175. Late evening. I just returned from the site of Ash's final stand. The assassin's handiwork, it's worse than I feared. I found her. Ash. Or remains of her. Limbs detached. Chest plating scorched by lightning. I warned Ario not to meddle in such forces. Time magic. Daedric pacts. The meddling with souls. Did he listen? Of course not. I've dismantled her frame for transport and brought it back to the workshop. Whether she's truly dead or merely deactivated is anyone's guess. If she had a soul gem core, perhaps it's salvageable. If so, I owe it to Ario, my old friend, to at least try. Sun's dusk 8, 4E175. Late night. So, I examined Ash's torso. The soul gem reactor is intact, though heavily damaged. The lightning strike must have overloaded it. Her memory banks appear corrupted. The question is, if I reinitialize them, does that mean I bring her back, or simply create a new version of her? Ario wanted to preserve his wife, Rebecca. Instead, he ended up making this. I don't mean to speak ill of them, but RK preserve us. We never should have dabbled in these future-era notes. Anyway, I'll attempt to restore the core's integrity tomorrow. If we're lucky, I can jumpstart her energy signature. Then we'll see what we're dealing with. Hearthfire 2, 4E178. Late evening. 2 years. 2 entire years, and I'm still at this. On the brighter side, I've stabilized her power core. She's in a pseudo-standby now, somewhere between inert and alive. The etching device, it's interesting. I'm funneling bits of Ario's voice recordings into her memory, so perhaps she'll hear him teaching her. If, or when she wakes, she might think Ario was guiding her all this time. Of course, is that truly Ash? Or am I forging some new mind from the scraps of the old? Hard to say, but she's more than a hunk of metal. She has a soul gem after all. Frostfall 9, 4E187. Early morning. Her body needed modifications, especially after that lightning damage. I improved her insulation so she can handle frost and shock better. I also reworked some plating around her torso and legs. Functionally, it means better heat dissipation and structural support. Visually, well, let's just say I tried to keep the aesthetics consistent with Ario's design. Truth is, I see her as Ario's daughter, flesh or not. If she truly wakes, she deserves to be sturdy enough to face this world without fear. Second Seed 17, 4E191. Late evening. Another partial reactivation attempt. Her voice modulation stuttered out a single syllable. Couldn't make sense of it, but it's something. The etching device has been running non-stop. She's receiving lessons in swordsmanship, alchemy fundamentals, literacy, everything I can feed her. I just hope it's truly her that emerges on the other side. If this Ash is different, if the original's consciousness was severed that day, then so be it. I'll still do my best to guide her. I owe that much to Ario. Mid-year 30. 4E194. Late night. I'm closer now. She's begun responding to certain triggers, like hearing Ario's name or references to father. There's a new tension in her magicka flow. I'm certain something is alive in there, forging connections, Is it Ash, or a blank slate shaped by these artificial memories? Either way, I find myself eager to meet her. Last Seed 28. 4E195. Dawn. She woke up. Finally, after all this time. Her eyes opened, and I saw something I can't quite describe. A relief, anger, confusion, all at once. She stood, tested her limbs, rummaged for a sword, and then she just stormed out. Didn't give me a word, or even a look back. I spent 2 decades trying to bring her back. 2 decades, and she runs off without so much as a thank you. But perhaps I shouldn't blame her. Whatever she's feeling, it must be overwhelming. A fragment of Ario's soul. A cluster of old memories. A brand new life. If she returns, I'll be here. Even if she's a different Ash than the one Ario dreamed of, she deserves a chance to stand on her own. Ario, I hope I've done right by you.
Yes? What did you need? Stay focused. You know your way with destruction magic. Good.
Am I a reflection of another, or a being in my own right? The question disturbs me.
Dwemer recording device activate. Audio Evelyn recording. Hearthfire, the 9th, 4E175. A week has passed since Ash's awakening. She is acclimating, as expected. It is a unique circumstance, after all. To be born with the mind of an adult, yet lacking the experiences that shape a soul. It's as if she possesses the knowledge, but hasn't yet grasped its application. I've imbued her with a natural aptitude for swordsmanship, for example. Yet her initial attempts were less than graceful. I recall a rather unfortunate incident involving a puddle and a misplaced foot.
In my defense, the puddle was deceptively deep, and the lighting in the courtyard was suboptimal.
Yes, Ash. However, I observe a marked improvement in her technique. She wields the blade with increasing proficiency, as if her very being is attuned to its rhythm. Perhaps, like mortals, the true mastery of a skill requires not merely theoretical understanding, but the visceral experience of its practice. And Ash, with her unique constitution, seems to absorb these lessons with remarkable speed. A testament to the potential of her design.
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
Dwemer recording device activate. Audio Evelyn recording. Hearthfire, the 11th, 4E175. Ash continues to progress at an astonishing pace. Swordsmanship, alchemy, even scholarly pursuits. She excels in all. It's a testament to her inherent capabilities, but also, I must confess, to the brilliance of our design. Rebecca's and mine. We crafted her neural network, Those intricate pathways of magicka that fuel her mind. Initially, Ash was conceived as a prototype for the UC series. Automatons intended to address the labor shortages plaguing Tamriel in the wake of the Great War.
Father? I'm home.
Ah, Ash. Back so soon. Did you deliver the...
Of course, Father. The fire salt. Balman sends his regards, and a rather pointed inquiry about when I might be able to repay that debt you owe him.
Yes. Well, you ought to remember that patience does bear fruit in time. For instance, your armor and sword are finally ready. Turns out those Dwemer smithing techniques were quite advanced. Durable, lightweight, perfect for you.
It's a bit bulky, wouldn't you say? Mind if I make a few adjustments?
Be my guest. Just try not to dismantle it entirely. And do you even know how to sew? Or alter armor?
I'm a fast learner, Father. And besides, needlework is a great way to free the mind, is it not?
Yes, yes. Now off you go. I'm trying to record something important here. Anyway, as I was saying, these UC series automatons would have been capable of both physical and intellectual tasks. Building, crafting, assisting in research. A boon to a war-torn society. But now, I have come to realize that the world may not be ready for such a creation. For a being that blurs the lines between machine and mortal. Society already struggles to accept those touched by the shadows. Vampires, werewolves. What hope would there be for an automaton? Crafted rather than born. Especially from one with schematics out of our realm. For now I am content to have Ash as a daughter. To guide her, to teach her, to protect her from a world that may not understand. Perhaps, in time, things will change. But until then, she is my legacy.
This recording, I've listened to it countless times. But only now, after hearing those other logs hidden within me, does it all make sense. The pieces finally fit. Rebecca, the woman in the painting, she wasn't just Father's research partner. She was, well, I suppose you could call her my mother, in a way. The yin to his yang. From what I've learned, they were deeply in love. It's overwhelming. Like a puzzle that's been solved, but the picture it reveals is bittersweet. They couldn't have children of their own, you see. That's why they created me. I was their dream, their legacy. Born into a world that wasn't ready for me. He did. And I cherished those days with him. The simple things. Helping him in the workshop, running errands, practicing with my sword. Just being his daughter. They do. Like echoes of a lost paradise. Back then, life seemed so normal. So mundane. I never imagined it could all be taken away so quickly. Now, those days feel as distant as those stars. A lifetime ago.
Ready for another adventure? I'm glad to have you by my side. Be mindful. Vigilance is key in the path to victory. Lead the way.